Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
It's strange how stress and sleep deprivation can make you doubt your own sanity. I'm a leaner, a marketing manager in a fast-paced corporate high-rise, and for the past year, my life has revolved around my elderly father. He lives with a complex medical condition that requires a very strict dietary regimen, including specific, incredibly expensive nutrient supplements. These aren't just health food. They're medical-grade meal replacements, high-protein powders, and specialized drink pouches that cost a fortune and are crucial for his health. I often bring a day's worth to the office to prepare his evening meals, and also keep a small stash in my office for emergencies or when I'm running low at home. My own lunch often falls by the wayside, so I also had some personal high-energy bars and premium coffee pods for myself. You know how it is when you're constantly juggling. Half the time, I get to work only to realize I'd forgotten my own packed lunch or left my father's prepared supplements on the kitchen counter. My office stash was my lifeline. But then, things started to disappear. Not just my fancy coffee pods, but my father's specialized protein bars, the kind that cost $8 a piece. At first, I genuinely thought I was just scatterbrained. Did I finish that box of nutrient pouches last week? Did I misplace that packet of medical-grade electrolytes? I'd find packaging opened differently than I usually did, or an entire box gone when I swore I'd only opened it a day or two prior. I dismissed it as a leaner's tired brain. Then came the flu, a nasty one that knocked me out for a whole week. Before I left, I'd opened a new container of my father's highest priority, unflavored protein powder, the one that costs almost $100 a tub. He needed it for a specific upcoming treatment. I'd scooped out maybe 2 servings. When I returned to work a week later, still a bit weak, I went to my office to check on things. I opened the cabinet. The $100 protein powder was gone, completely empty. And neatly placed next to the empty tub was a brand new, unopened tub, clearly just put there by the thief, who had even thoughtfully broken the safety seal for me. That was it, the sheer audacity. Not only had someone stolen nearly an entire tub of critical, expensive medical supplies for my father, but they had the gall to replace it with a new one they presumably stole from the supply closet, or perhaps bought, to continue their thievery without immediate detection. This wasn't just a snack thief. This was a professional. My exhaustion vanished, replaced by a cold, burning rage. My father's health was on the line here, and this person was effectively stealing from him. I went to Brenda, my department head, who was sympathetic, but could only offer vague promises about checking security footage. I knew that wouldn't cut it. That evening, I ordered a high-resolution, motion-activated covert camera disguised as a desktop clock. It arrived the next day. I set it up on a bookshelf, angled perfectly at my desk. On the desk, I laid out the most enticing bait I could muster. A selection of the priciest protein bars, a few gourmet chocolate squares, my personal indulgence, and most importantly, one of my father's specialized, limited edition nutrient drink pouches, still in its original packaging. I made sure it was visible but not overtly staged. The next morning, I arrived early, heart-pounding. The desk was a mess. Packaging from my gourmet chocolates was crumpled in my wastebasket. The protein bars were gone, and that specialized nutrient drink pouch, missing. I rushed to my computer, transferred the camera's memory card, and played back the footage. The office was quiet for hours after everyone left. Then, shortly after midnight, I saw him. Alden, the night maintenance supervisor. He sauntered into my office, made himself comfortable in my chair, and proceeded to systematically raid my desk. He unwrapped the protein bars, tearing the packaging carelessly. He squeezed the nutrient pouch directly into his mouth, gulping it down. He even sifted through my coffee pods, picking out the artisanal blends. He was so casual, so entitled, like he owned the place. I sat there, silently taking screenshots. Screenshots of Alden, oblivious, shoveling my father's essential nutrients and my expensive treats into his mouth. Full face, clear as day. I didn't hesitate. I compiled the screenshots, attached the time-stamped video clip, and sent an email directly to Brenda with a copy to HR. Then I walked straight to Brenda's office, the email still warm in my outbox, and waited for her to read it. Her face went from curiosity to shock, than a very stern determination. The fallout was swift and devastating for Alden. Within hours, he was called in, confronted with the irrefutable evidence, and fired on the spot for gross misconduct and theft. It turned out this wasn't his first offense. HR had previous complaints about minor theft from other offices, but nothing that had been proven. My video changed everything. In the days that followed, a few other colleagues came to me. Clara, who runs the executive lounge, mentioned that Alden would often try to get free specialty coffees from her, becoming pushy and dismissive when she refused. Darren, from reception, recounted how Alden would hover near the front desk, making uncomfortable comments to the female staff during his late-night rounds. My evidence didn't just get him fired. It exposed a pattern of disrespect and entitlement that had gone unchecked. My partner, Charlie, had initially been skeptical, saying, "You really shouldn't be leaving valuable things at work, Elle." But when I showed him the footage and explained the consequences, his eyes widened. He looked at me, a soft smile spreading across his face. "You know, this is the first time I've seen you stand up for yourself like this, truly. I'm proud of you." He was right. I am proud of me, too. Alden didn't just steal snacks. He stole from my father's health, and he thought he could get away with it. He learned a hard lesson that some lines should never be crossed. Watching his career crumble over his brazen thievery brought a profound sense of justice. Some things are simply non-negotiable, and when you mess with my father's well-being, you mess with me.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.